Hey, gang. All right. Hey, we're going to let McMurray do an unboxing here tonight. This is short notice. If nobody comes in, no biggie. It'll be up there for everybody to see. But he picked up an oldie and a classic that I remember, and it wasn't one that I started with, but I remember when I started playing, it was one of those super games out there that everybody want to get their hands on. People still want to get their hands on today. So I'm going to turn this thing over to McMurray. He's going to unbox a special game. See you in a second.
All right, guys. Yeah, we got the Coruscant Upstart right on the front here. It's Avalon Hill's Waterloo. Question is, kind of like Stalingrad, is this about Waterloo itself, or is this going to be like the entirety of his campaign? Because Stalingrad, which I thought was going to be a focus on Stalingrad, was the entire Eastern War from Barbarossa till the end. So let's see. I have yet to open it up. All I've done is cut the little tabs of tape that were holding it in place. So let's rock this thing out. It's a good picture. This box is in super good condition too. Oh man, so we got, that's kind of odd. It's cool. I got the little, these look like what CNC or miniatures used to come in. Confusing thing, I've got green and red / pink and blue and red / pink. That should be interesting. The pinks have red, obviously are
you're going to have
English names.
You're going to have different, not anything that's non-French blue is going to be the mix of the like gray and red and dark blue.
Yeah, but why is there blue and red in there? Because yeah, we've got Prussians in green, British in red. I don't know why the blue and the red are mixed up in here, though. Well, whatever. We'll look at that in a minute. Our classic Avalon Hill die, every bit as iconic as the SCS dice. Prussian and Allied order of appearance. That's pretty outstanding. On the back side, we've got deployment. So, well, okay, that's cool. Here's stacking right at the top. You're allowed to stack units totaling no more than 15 combat factors. All right. That's pretty awesome. Cool. So, oh wow, there's something odd down here at the bottom. There's a note: these units will only be used in multiple player games. Otherwise, they're not brought on. Huh. I'll have to look what that is. Looks like we got a couple French HQs that come on like that. A Prussian HQ. Huh. Well, all right. So that's kind of cool. Again, we've got Allied order of arrival. That looks like we're mainly looking at guys arriving. Yeah. That's kind of wild. So it looks like we got a couple days because the arrival is from June 16th through June 18th. So,
well, you're going to know here when you open that map up and you get to it, you're going to know right away whether it is the entire campaign or whether it's just La Belle Alliance Waterloo.
Jeff, you know how this works. We look at everything and then we look at the map.
I got you.
Combat results table, as well as there's a factor figuring table, which is pretty cool down here. That's pretty handy. Standard combat results, DLM exchange, DBAC, ABAC, ALM. Cool. Good stuff. Should be entertaining. Time record chart. Going to have to make a copy of this, even though there's space enough for 40 games. Whatever dickhead had it. Checked off game 4, clear into game 5. Although game 3 is empty. Maybe I'll just do that. But here I can tell you that the game runs from 7 a.m. on June 17th through 5 p.m. on June 20th. So there you go. That's pretty cool. Looks like the longest the person ever got into this was 5 p.m. on June 18th. But there we go. We've got a total order of battle for everybody. That's pretty slick. Oh, wow. Including their force, like their combat ratings. That's pretty cool. That's cool. Waterloo instructions. Read first. Oops, we screwed that up. Uh-oh, Jeff.
No, put it all away. Take it back to store.
We got 8 pages of stuff here. Oh, I think I should be okay. It looks like We've got some real basic stuff. And then we're moving into procedural stuff in here. And then this is reference folder by the time we hit the end of the second spread. So I think I'll be okay. We do, however, have all the old school visual references that you get in a lot of these old Avalon Hill games, which are pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Okay, so we do have soaking off in this game. I don't know if I'll remember to play with that, but that is cool. So you can divide stacks and start pulling units to engage other units. That way you can get more favorable odds in the end.
Right.
That's pretty cool. We got overall unit strength. So a comparison of infantry, cavalry, artillery, horse artillery, HQ units, and then total combat factors for the French and the Prussian Anglo alliance. That's cool. Oh wow, defection. Sorry, we're skipping ahead to the reading random stuff and saying
defection.
Yeah, defection. If in the French turn all 4 blue units shown totaling 15 factors are moved off the board, PAA units totaling 30 factors automatically defect. What? Huh. I don't know what that means, but we'll check the victory conditions in a minute here. Well, here we go. How to win. PAA player can win by either avoiding the French condition of victory by the end of the time limit. Ooh. Or B, eliminating all the French combat units. The French player must eliminate all PAA combat units to win. It can be done in one or both of the following methods: elimination through ordinary combat, elimination through defection. So that's what we're looking at back there. And if all the Prussian Anglo units are eliminated from the board, but there are still reinforcements, then there's some extra stuff in here, but that's okay. Yeah, so the actual playing of the game starts on page 2 here and goes through page 4. So I should be all right.
Was there the basic and advanced rules?
Huh?
Was there basic and advanced rules or just?
No, so it's got some extra stuff and then reference folder, which looks like kind of those last few pages you get in like SCS rules where you got some designer's notes.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. And then it talks about how you can find extra stuff for it in the general if you want to, which is kind of cool. But
somebody put the counters in a plastic tray. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Those are pretty awesome. They're not clipped.
What's that white sheet underneath the rules you just said in? What was that again?
That's the turn record sheet.
So this has another one. All these old original Avalon Hill games, those.
Yeah.
You got to get one of the Gettysburg games somehow, some way.
I do. Like I said, I need to go up to the store in Lake St. Louis and see if they still have a copy. They had 2 when they opened. All right, and I think the only thing left in here is map. Oh, there's some extra paper. Oh, shit. Counters. There's extra stuff. There's Avalon Hill promotions. Oh, sweet. An order form that folds up to a postpaid envelope. That's cool. And there's some counters in here. The issue is, looks like we've got some replacement counters. And then there's some counters that have things in them, that have stuff printed on them. So that's delightful. That's fun. I wonder if I'm missing counters, if that's what that means.
You're going to have to do some sorting.
Yeah, those assholes at Half Price Books post that little sign there that says, all games are complete, do not open to check. Uh-huh.
I think Chuck is offering you a copy of Tobruk.
Tobruk?
Avalon Hill.
Hang tight, Chuck. We got to figure this out. All right, so what are we looking at here? I am not super familiar with the 100 Days campaign, guys, so bear with me here. So we got 2 half boards.
Well,
yeah, so this is the full Wait a sec. What the fuck?
If you see Quattro Bra and Ligny, then it's a full game, full campaign.
Yeah, there's Quattro Bra, which means Ligny's just north, right?
I don't know which, it'll be to the side somewhere.
But yeah, there's Quattro Bra. I don't know how these go together unless it has to be flipped like this, which it does. Yeah, because there's Ligny.
Yeah. So yeah.
So it gets flipped like this. That's frustrating, but that's okay. Such is life. I don't know if you guys can see this. I got my stack of
that town in the back right top corner up there to the right should be Waterloo, right? Top right.
Where? Up here? Yes.
Okay. You got that's the 100 days campaign.
Yeah, so I'm seeing if I can kind of finagle this to where I can get the map mostly laid out for you guys, and I don't think I'm going to be able to fit it entirely in the frame. But it looks like we're lining up roads here. There we go. So that's what the map board is going to look like. That's pretty cool. In classic Avalon Hill fashion, half of it's pointing one direction, half of it's pointing the other direction, but that's all right. That should be pretty entertaining, yeah, because we got Charleroi down here, and then going all the way up to Waterloo on the top. So who knows? It's a bigger board than I was kind of expecting. The hexes are smaller than I thought they would be, so we'll probably have some pretty good or pretty spread out counter density.
Well, I mean, you're going to have, it depends on what you, I mean, okay, so your first fight is going to be separated in Quattro Bra and Ligny. And depending on what you do to the Prussians or the Allies as the French will determine, I mean, the general path is you'll have two columns that retreat, one towards Wavre and one towards Waterloo. If the historical situation falls into place. If not, you might destroy the Prussians or you might destroy the Allies, or maybe you don't fuck up de Erlon's move where he's moving towards Wavre, and then for some reason Ryle Ney tells him to turn around and go back the other way and fucks all that up. So
yeah, it'll be interesting. Yeah, that's a good point, because I got the opportunity to change everything. Hell, we might not even fight at Waterloo, to be honest with you.
Right.
Because yeah, this is controlling the whole campaign. I'm not waiting for the Prussians to arrive. I'm determining when and where they do, and if they separate.
This will be interesting to see you play this, because I think this is going to bring a whole new tactical philosophy to how you play, because you're going to be fighting two separate armies that aren't connected.
Unless they are connected.
Yeah, you might make that choice too. Who knows?
I was about to say, that's the weird thing. I know a little bit about the Waterloo campaign, but honest to God, probably not enough to make informed decisions about anything. So this might just be a delightful ahistorical shit show, folks.
Well, it's funny because the Prussians had the bigger army on the board at the start of the battle, and Napoleon decimated them, while the Allies head up at the crossroads held off.
I was about to say, that's a Quattro Bra, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So without the tactical genius of Napoleon on one side and the disorganization of the Allies on the other, who knows how all that'll go. Instead, they've got McMurray on both sides, which is terrifying for the history of the world.
Bloodfest.
What?
Bloodfest.
Yeah. Yeah. People thought the actual Battle of Waterloo was devastating and bloody. Boy, howdy, do they have another thing coming. But I'm excited. It's another early 60s Avalon Hill game, and we're going to play the crap out of it and see how it goes.
Now, did you had this one for a few days, right?
No, I got this like 3 hours ago.
Is this the only one you grabbed?
Yeah, I stopped in at Half Price Books to get birthday presents for my sister-in-law because she really likes to read, which is awesome.
All right.
And
Africa Core?
What's up?
You said they had Africa Core?
They had Africa Core, but they wanted like $50 for it, and the box was pretty beat.
Yeah.
So I didn't grab that. Like I said, they had another copy of Stalingrad that's in a little better. The box is in a little better shape than mine, but I don't really care about that. And then they had all those other ones that I sent you that were the bookshelf games.
Right, right.
But those, again, were all, I think I burned that bridge for myself because I bought 1776 there. I bought Rommel from West End Games there. And those two were pretty cheap. They got another copy of 1776, but they want like $50 for it. I think I paid 20 for the last copy.
Where's the Rommel? Where's this Rommel West End game?
I've showed you that. It's not a hex game. It's like an area control thing, like a node deal.
I posted this on the wrong Facebook thing.
But yeah, so that's the unboxing, guys. It looks pretty standard what I'm getting used to from these old Avalon Hill games. That is by no means a negative statement, by the way. Somebody asked me at one point, you've been playing a lot of these old things. Are they starting to wear on you? I actually really enjoy playing them. There's not a whole lot of that adding extra complications so that we can say we added extra stuff to something.
This works well because you're adding the missing piece between Todd and I, because you like these easier rolling games and Todd likes those intermediate to detailed games, and I like the monster detail. So we're getting a third party here now, and we're covering all spectrums. The only thing we don't have that none of us are playing Hex Encounter, which you might be the one that would do it, would be fantasy/sci-fi.
See, and I've been looking for like a fantasy, like Shield and Spears type thing.
Right.
And I haven't found one that's grabbed me and said, "Hey, buy this and play it." Like, I think Caesar's Legion is about as close as I've gotten to that, and I'll probably play that.
Yeah.
The days are numbered before that actually makes it onto the table. I keep seeing it. I've had it for years.
Game. Well, now compared to the ones that you've played from Avalon Hill, Caesar Elysia, that's going to be like a monster game.
No, not Caesar Elysia. Caesar's Legions.
Oh, okay.
So it's still a bigger game, but it's not as obnoxious. I would really like to play Caesar Elysia, but you have to. You can't do that with one person because the entire point is you have to surprise the Romans and see where, like, how quickly they can react to where you're attacking and stuff like that. But yeah. I've looked for one. I was always really surprised that there wasn't like a Lord of the Rings masked battle Hex Encounter game.
All right, so real quick before we cut this one off, read the victory conditions again.
What's up?
Read the victory conditions again for this.
Oh, okay. Basically, it's destroy all the enemy's combat units one way or the other. So the Prussian Anglo-Alliance player can win by avoiding the French condition of victory by the end of the time limit, so they can run out the clock, or by eliminating all French combat units. The French player has to eliminate all of the Allied units, period, either through ordinary combat, through defections, which is what I was reading back here. So if the French run, where the hell was that? If the French run 15 factors off the board, Prussian Anglo-Alliance units totaling 30 factors automatically defect. The Prussian Anglo-Alliance player must remove any units on the board totaling 30 factors before taking their turn. Movement of the French units off the board must be done through board edge squares between those marked X. I don't know where the hell that is. I'll have to find those.
All right, so we got this one. What's does it tell them what's the counter count? Does it have it? Tell me how many counters in it.
Hang on, there's one more victory ability for the French. Or the French can win C if all Prussian Anglo-Alliance units are eliminated from the board, but remaining PAA reinforcements cannot enter because all the entrances are blocked, and the French cannot exit enough units to win by defection. Oh, then that means the French or the PAA wins. But yeah. So those are basically eliminate the enemy through either combat will win the game for you, or if the French can win by making enough of the PAA defect, or the PAA can win by just not letting the French win.
Awesome.
All right. And then what was your other question? I'm sorry.
What's the counter count?
Yes. So again, that's kind of cool. They have that listed in here. Total units: French 63, PAA 92, 20 infantry versus 32 Anglo Alliance infantry, 14 French cavalry versus 22 PAA cavalry, 6 French artillery to 14 PAA artillery, 10 horse artillery each, 13 HQ for the French and 14 for the PAA. That being said, some of those HQ units, I think, are the ones that said do not use unless you're playing a multiplayer game. Yeah, so
command. Yep.
Ney's HQ, Riel's 2 Corps HQ, Darlan's 1st Corps HQ, as well as Bülow's 4th Corps HQ for the Prussians, are marked as these units will only be used in multiplayer games. Otherwise, they are not brought on. So take 3 HQs off the French and 1 off the PAA. 2 off the PAA. Williams Cavalry HQ won't come in either.
I wonder what purpose those HQs serve.
I don't know.
This used to be a tournament played game too.
Yeah, like you said, it says that in the rules that if you're interested in tournaments or extra stuff, subscribe to the general.
All right, there you have it, folks. We do a short quickie here. Let McMurray get this thing unboxed. I'm sure he's going to get it on the table and get after it here soon.
We'll have turn-by-turn stuff going.
Yep, we'll post like the playthroughs like we did when he did the Across 5 Acres and the other things. He's just got Blitzkrieg. He sent over to Wardrobes to look for Wardrobe to post his Blitzkrieg playthrough. Pretty cool. It's interesting how McMurray goes after things when he's playing a game. He's not like, he looks at the game as, well, you know what, you have to attack, and he looks at it from attacking from both sides, and it's good because he actually does the things that most of us want to do in a game that we don't do, and that's just get after it. So, all right, so look for this one to be posted. Go over to Todd's Wardrobes, look for Blitzkrieg, post on that one, and come back and check out for new playthroughs of this one here. Good talking to y'all. Thanks for coming in, guys. Talk to y'all later.
Thanks for coming, guys.